What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. And today we have a fun goat deck. We have Zombie Warriors, which is quite the mix-up, quite the clash-up, I think. I saw a few different deck profiles kind of floating around, and I thought I'd give it a whirl. I don't know, I really like zombies in goat format. I like the fact that Pyramid Turtle can float into Vampire Lord, into Ryu Koki, especially a 2400 beater. That's pretty good. And realistically, Vampire Lord's effect is no laughing matter either. Being able to thin your opponent of the, ideally, the trap cards in their deck. Unless you've gotten rid of their Magician of Face, I guess. That's really, I don't know, you don't want to stay throwing their spells into the graveyard in case they do still have some moths hidden in there. But yeah, in this deck we have a Blackluster Soldier, of course, obviously. We have one Ryu Koki. Now I know some people will play more Ryu Kokis versus Vampire Lords for playing two of him. I don't know. I like Vampire Lord. It's one of Kaiba's monsters. It's a cool guy. I mean, it's a secret rare of Dark Crisis. That's nostalgic enough. So I got 2 copies of Vampire Lord. We got 3 copies of Pyramid Turtle, since we are able to float into Vampire Lord or Ryu Koki, or into more Pyramid Turtles. Whatever we need. Then we got 2 Kaikus. We got an Exile Force. We got our DD Warrior Lady. We got our DD Assailant. We got our Mystic Swordsman level 2. We got Breaker the Magical Warrior, Tribe Infecting Virus, Sangan. We got 3 Magician of Face, because we do have some pretty powerful spells in here. Now we got 1 Sinister Serpent to round out 20 monsters in the main deck. Now going to the spells, we got our 2 Reinforcement of the Army. We have 1 Snatch Steal, 1 Pot of Greed, 1 Graceful Charity, 1 Heavy Storm, 2 Nobleman of Crossout, then 2 Book of Moon, 2 Creature Swap. Definitely a good card. I think it's pretty underrated. 2 Book of Life, a Premature Burial. Then we got a Compulse. I really like Compulsory Evacuation Device. Call the Haunted, Mirror Force, Torrential Tribute, and Ring of Destruction. Rounding out a 40-card main deck. Now going to the side, we have our second Ryu Koki in case we do need to switch it out. I mean, especially going against Warriors. You know, Blade Knight, he is 2000, like, most of the time. So, Vampire Lord can't really get over him, but Ryu Koki can. So, you do have that option. Then we also have Spirit Reaper that we could go into. We got 2 Giant Rats, since a lot of our monsters are Earth. Well, I guess 4 of them. No, there's Pyramid Turtle too. So, yeah, we got a pretty decent slew of Earth monsters in here. So we got 2 Giant Rat, we got our second DD Assailant, got a Soul Release, just helps prevent, the Chaos deck from popping off. We got Delinquent Duo in the side. So, I don't know, I guess maybe I could have dropped like a Book of Moon and added in Duo, but I think I do that in one of the games. Mystical Space Typhoon, Scapegoat, Mind Control, then another Compulse, 2 Skill Drain, and 2 Royal Decrees. But yeah, I think this is a pretty fun deck. I don't know. I don't know if I'd make it IRL, but it's definitely one that I'd play around with online. I do like zombies. I think zombies in GOAT format is pretty underrated. I know earlier in the year, what was it, like Fear from the Dark or Despair from the Dark or something? Some zombie monster, I'll pop it up. It was starting to see play, and it actually won like a PWCQ. I think primarily because it's like special summon if it's like discarded from your hand from a post card effector. Something like that. But yeah, zombies are, I think, pretty underrated, and it would be kind of fun to mess around with zombies a little bit more on the channel. Let's go ahead, we're going to dive right into this Warrior matchup. I mean, yeah. They're going first, so they go ahead and drop the Graceful Charity. They discard Widespread Rune, that one was a little surprising to me, and Exile Force. They summon out Kaiku, and they set a card. So we go ahead, we got Kaiku, Premature Burial, Rhoda, Pot of Greed, DD Warrior Lady, and Pyramid Turtle. And yeah, we go ahead, drop that pop baby. We draw Ryu Koki, which is not the best, unfortunately. But yeah, we drop Rhoda for the Exile Force. We go ahead and just Exile Force, pop that Kaiku, set a back row. They Dust Tornado, it was our Torrential Tribute, and they set their own Torrential Tribute. Interesting. So yeah, they bring out Blade Knight, gets in for 16, unfortunately. But yeah, we go ahead, we pre-mat, we go ahead and bring out our Exile Force once again. I don't know, I feel like I had a little bit more going on here, but yeah, we go ahead and just attack in for Kaiku. Banish off his light and his dark that he's got in his graveyard, so help kind of fight that off. They upstart, they set a monster, I go ahead and set a Pyramid Turtle, and a Torrential Tribute. So, yeah. I guess that's one way to get rid of a Spirit Reaper. I mean, I'll take that. I'll take that all day. We go ahead, we draw in a BLS, we get DD Warrior Lady, we attack in, they go ahead and sack that. And yeah, it's kind of just like, just back and forth right now. They Rhoda for the Don Boy. They attack in, they opt to discard from our hand. I'm biting my nails because I don't want BLS to get hit. They hit Ryu Koki. And they said, oh, Nobleman and Mirror Force. Okay, so we draw into Magician of Faith. We go ahead and set. And they Nobleman our Moth, unfortunately. So that kind of sucks. They attack in with Don Boy and Ninja Grandmaster Sasuke. Don Boy, we lose our creature swap in our hand. So that kind of sucks because, yeah, you know, I kind of had to play with Mystic Swordsman. But we draw a creature swap again. So that actually kind of worked out. So we do summon the Mystic Swordsman. We bring out BLS. We creature swap. I'm kind of like whatever as to which one. But they hit Mirror Force, and you know what? That was just game. That was just game one. There's no coming back from that one. So we unfortunately fold on that. We starting off game 2. So we got our Compulse, Vampire Lord, Book of Life, Pre-Mat, Kaiku, and Creature Swap. So, I don't know. Not the worst hand, but definitely there's better. So we just set the Compulse and kind of call it that. Alright, so they got the Spy face down with Dust Tornado. Alright. And we Compulse. Maybe that was a mistake. Maybe, well, I don't know, because they probably would have flipped. They probably would have flipped Spy next turn had I waited. So we go ahead, we just attack him with Kaiku. Call it a day. So they go ahead, they set the Spy once again, and Solemn Judgment. Okay. Alright. So we go ahead and Heavy Storm. I'm thinking, like, what do they got? And yeah, that would have been nice if they activated Solemn Judgment. I would have loved that. But unfortunately, it's Spy, so what can you do? Unfortunately. So we go ahead and just set the Call of the Haunted and call it a day. So they go ahead, they Rhoda. They get Exile Force. I just already know what's about to happen. They summon that, dump our Kaiku. They go to attack in directly. I call the Haunted Kaiku back. So not bad, I suppose. They upstart, and then they set the card that they drew. So we get Torrential Tribute. Tribute off. Kaiku for Vampire Lord. Attack into Spy with Vampire Lord. I know it's not the most ideal way to get Vampire Lord out onto the field, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. And not only that, with Vampire Lord, we're able to thin their deck of some trap cards. So we'll take that. They go ahead, they play Rhoda once again. They get DD Warrior Lady, which is kind of scary. They go ahead and set a card and shift Spy to defense mode. So we got Book of Life, Book of Moon, Pre-Mat, and Creature Swap going on in here. We go ahead and just set the Book of Moon. I guess realistically what I could have done, it would have been weird. Well, they got Solemn and Call. I guess realistically, if I wanted to put a little more pressure on, I could have pre-mat Kaiku back, and then Creature Swap with Spy. I mean, that would have been putting a little more pressure on the field, I suppose. But they end up snatch stealing, and I guess realistically I could have just... I don't know what I was thinking. I should have just Book of Moon and yeah, stop that snatch steal from happening. That would have been the ideal play. They get in damage with Vampire Lord, so we do lose a spell card, which we just lose Cross Out. I mean, at that point, I don't know. They probably felt pretty confident they weren't going to be playing too many set monsters. But with Graceful Charity, we into some pretty heavy hitters. I mean, we get Pot of Greed, and we go right into 2 Pyramid Turtles, like, go figure. We go ahead, we set Mirror Force with our Pyramid Turtle. They call the Haunted, bring back the Exile Force. They do that. I just go ahead, try and Torrential Tribute, but they Solemn Judgment, so that was pretty big play on their end. They DD Warrior Lady, they attack a Vampire Lord, I Mirror Force. So that was pretty good. Pretty good. It made me feel pretty strong. So they got MST down, and yeah, we got Book of Moon down. So we get Breaker. We go ahead, we break the back row, and then they just pop our Book of Moon. I pre-mat, and we go ahead and bring back Vampire Lord. I mean, I don't know, they would have had 100 life points, but hey, I'll take it. I'll take it. So we go ahead, we win game 2. So we're going into game 3 now. I don't know, I felt pretty happy with that last one. I mean, yeah, the Book of Moon play kind of stunk. I probably should have done that on the Vampire Lord, but that's why we do this. We look back at our previous games so we can try and get better moving forward. So they are opting to go first. They play Pot of Greed. They play Upstart. And yeah, they summon out Blade Knight, and that's that. We draw into Delinquent Duo because I did put that into the deck. Sided that in. And we go ahead and discard a Rhoda. Okay. Then they discard their Mind Control. Sinister Serpent, creature swap, the old switcheroo, some might say. So we attack in for that. What do they have face down? Call the Haunted. Okay. Okay. Not bad. Not bad. And yeah, we set our Compulse. So we get MST. They go ahead and do that. That kind of sucks, but what can you do, I guess? So we get some Serpent, and we drew into Sangan. We go ahead and set Sangan. I'm not feeling too confident about this now that he's got 2 2 Blade Knights on the field, both with yeah, 2k attack. That's not the best, I will say that. And then, of course, we draw into the Ryukoki, which sucks, but what can you do? But we go ahead, we set the turtle, they upstart, so at least we got that going for us. They attack in, it's Pyramid Turtle, and we go ahead and just bring out Vampire Lord. I mean, hey, we're good now. We got something with 2k on the field. Bring out Breaker, we go ahead and break the back row. Hit Call the Haunted, which isn't bad. I mean, he's got Mirror Force over here, so that kind of sucks. But we go ahead and we send another trap from their deck. I figured just trap is kind of the way to go. And then we just crash Breaker into Blade Knight. I don't know, just try to put some pressure on, clear out their field. They go ahead and just pass her, and they got, well, I guess realistically here, let's see. Yeah, they only got 2 lights. They got Triumph and Exile Force. 2 things that if they destroy Vampire Lord, he would just come back anyways. So there's really no stopping that. We just attack indirectly for another 2k. We go ahead and, yeah, call another trap. That's kind of the name of the game. I probably should have set Sinister Serpent maybe, but I don't know. I was kind of scared that he would have a Nobleman face down because he did that before. We draw into Rhoda. We go ahead, Rhoda for DD Warrior Lady. Summon her out. We Nobleman the face down. I'm thinking we have game right here. I attack in with DD Warrior Lady. They hit Mirror Force. I go ahead and flip DD Warrior Lady because I know Vampire Lord is just going to come back anyways. And yeah, they go ahead, Exile Force, pop the face down. They set Heavy Storm. Okay. Not bad. Drawing a pot of green. We activate Vampire Lord's effect, bring him back in the standby phase, and play pot of green. We get Graceful Charity, Ring of Destruction, Graceful Charity. Go ahead, draw a Pyramid Turtle and 2 Moths. Graceful Charity is not the best for us in this game. Discard Koki and Sinister Serpent. We go ahead and attack directly a Vampire Lord. Not sure what the future is going to bring, so we go ahead and set Turtle. And we set our Ring of Destruction. Pass turn, and they activate Heavy Storm. I activate Ring in response to that. So, not bad, not bad. I don't know, there's a few things that I feel like could have been done better in those games. Biggest one being that Snatch Steel, Book of Moon. But that's why we do this. That's why we watch our replays, so we can see our mistakes and we can attempt to get better. Am I right? But you guys comment down below, what do you think about this deck? Zombie Warrior. I think it's pretty cool. I think it's a pretty cool deck. I mean, is it one that I play IRL? Yeah, maybe. Maybe I might tinker around with zombies a little bit more, because I think there's some untapped potential there. I mean, Book of Life is a powerful card. Bring back a zombie monster from your graveyard, and one monster in your opponent's graveyard, and banish it. Like, that's pretty good. I think that's pretty good. It's just a free monster reborn, as long as your opponent has a monster in the graveyard as well, too. But yeah, you guys comment down below. What do you think? Is this a deck that you would play? What would you do differently? I'm sure a lot of you will probably play more Ryu Kokis over Vampire Lord, maybe swap Lord for the one in the side deck. But yeah, if you guys liked the video, be sure to like it, be subscribed, and hit that notification bell as well, too. Be sure to check out those links down below as well, like the TCG player link and the Etsy store. We will see you guys on the next one. Goodbye, and good night.
I, Seto Kaiba, president of Kaiba Corp., implore you to check these recommended videos. While you're at it, hit subscribe and burst stream that notification bell for all future videos.